Today on the channel, I bring you into my inner circle with Santana Ortiz AEW Unmatched Series 6.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unmatched Series 6 unboxing and review. And today from Unmatched Series 6, we've got Santana, we got Ortiz. We're going to finally complete the inner circle. But for all your wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get the deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, Santana and Ortiz are going to complete out the Blood and Guts event of the Inner Circle team. So we will compare those later on in this video as well. Always fun to complete a team. You guys know how that goes. But let's start it off. And I guess we'll start over here. We're going to start it with Ortiz. Ortiz drew the lucky straw, I guess we'll call it. Ortiz lately been on TV with, of course, Eddie Kingston, and it seems like Santana kind of MIA. It sounds like they've broken up. Not exactly sure what'll happen with that one here. But Ortiz has been on TV for a while. Of course, they're in their proud and powerful get-up. Of course, with the face paint. You guys know I'm a sucker for face paint, so love to see this. A great set here in Series 6 with tons of wrestlers with tattoos, face paints, luminaries. It's got a little bit of everything for everyone here. But let's take a look at Ortiz right there. Looking good in his outfit. Got two heads for him. Got a little glamour shot down there. Unmatched here. Series 6, he is number 43 and unmatched. On the side, we got an E. Of course, this spells out Owen Hart across all the figures for those keeping track at home. On the back, got a glamour shot there. There's old Aubrey Edwards sticking her head in there. And then you got the cross cell down below. Of course, we're going to rank this entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss that. Does say Ortiz Powerful. He spelled powerful wrong. What are we doing? Let's go back to school here. It does show AEW Dark Elevation, 12/13/2021, Long Island, New York. Similar but different. Of course, this is from the Blood and Guts event. But I don't know what this picture represents. Not the same match. So there's a little bit of a disconnect here somewhere. Series 6, of course, Malachi Black, Santana Ortiz, Ruby Soho, Owen Hart, and Mr. Brody Lee. Without further ado, let's get old Ortiz out of the package. He can't be contained any longer. That's Ortiz. Oh, we got a chair back here. I missed that. So we got a chair. That's always good to... What is that? See you later. Get out of here. And there it goes. See you later up high. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. All right, there's old Ortiz in the plastic prison looking good. And we're going to pop him out. Oh, popped him out at the waist. We've seen that a few times. It's a good thing these do come apart like that very easily. See you later. Goodbye. I'm going to pop that back on. Bam, there it is. All right, looking good. First off, we do have a steel chair. Surprisingly, the lack of amount in AEW Jazzwares figures with chairs. Of course, Jax wrote the rule book on chairs with wrestling figures, and they put them with about every single figure, about every other at least, let's call it that. We've gotten a few over the years from Jazzwares, just not as many as I assumed we'd have. But we got one right here, a black steel chair. It's just a black steel chair, but always cool to get accessories with our figures, that is for sure. And today, we get no hand accessories, so that's kind of something we've seen throughout this whole set. We've seen a few hands here and there, but not as much as some of the prior waves that we're kind of accustomed to here. And unfortunately, he's going to a big blood and guts event, and he has no Fists of Fury. How's he going to make it through? I don't know. But let's take a look at this figure here first. Let's look at the heads. The head on here, you got the white and black with the red tears going down. Looking scary, looking spooky, and that's part of the point, I think, right there. But looking really good. Kind of like he's got a bandit mask on there. I don't know what's going on. And then he's got his hair all tied back, looking really good with the hair. His hair got cut later on. I forget who cut his hair. Was it MJF? Somebody cut his hair. That's the problem with AEW. That's the problem with wrestling in general. Let me just wave my cane. We used to remember all that kind of stuff. When, you know, Bruce Beefcake cut the Genius's hair back in the day, man, we watched that 1,000 times. And Ortiz gets his hair cut, and we forget about it after a month or so. And I think that's just kind of the way things have changed, because back then there wasn't all this wrestling. There wasn't things available to you all the time. So if you got a wrestling tape from the video store, or you owned the tape, you watched it 1,000 times. That's kind of the way it was. Now we watch it once, and rarely do we ever watch it again. Very rarely do I ever go back and watch another match. I see it once, move on. That's the way it goes for me, and probably a lot of you guys as well. But a good head here. Second head, man, not enough difference here. I mean, there is difference, but man, it is very light difference. It's kind of that mean mugging kind of lip face thing he does there. That's the only difference. I would have liked to seen a screaming, I'm in the cage, I'm going to kill somebody, it's time to murder somebody. I would have liked to seen a head sculpt like that with a big old open mouth. Make the real yin and yang going on. Didn't get that, unfortunately. So, a little bit of a miss there. Need to be a little bit more of a difference between these two heads, if you ask me. Beautiful thing is, of course, we've had Santana and Ortiz in the past. You could grab one of those heads, put them on here too if you wanted the non-paint look. You could swap back and forth if you really needed to. He does got his prison jumpsuit on, of course, matching the rest of his team. It does say inmate on the front, all in black, of course. Got a little white showing through there. On the back, Ortiz, Rikers Island. Oh, one of the best islands there ever been. That and Alcatraz, probably the two best islands, right? Two best islands in the world. Would we go that far? Would we go that far? I don't think we would. I don't think we would. But let's take a look at the articulation. Arm's going to go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Bend at the elbows. Double jointed elbows. Pins in there, of course. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head removable, back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop at the top. He can do a ton of hula hoop moves. You got waist articulation a little bit tighter. Big old splits if he needs to. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. And then no boot cut on this one, but you do get ankles back and forth, side to side. Now, Ortiz is no giant, but he does feel a little kind of small. It almost reminds me of like a Taz figure. Like, maybe him and Taz are maybe the similar size. Who knows? But he does feel a little bit shorter, a little bit small. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But it is okay. It's a jumpsuit at the end of the day. It kind of is what it is. But it is Ortiz. And you can't have this Ortiz without Santana, so we're going to look at him next. Of course, does he fit on a ringside Jazzware stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Jazzware stands. What do you know? Fits like a glove. He could be swinging a chair. He could be doing what he wants. He's just going to be kind of stoic in the face department about it. But there's old Ortiz. Now we're going to turn our attention over to Santana. Probably the best Santana since Carlos Santana, I would have to say. I'm not a big Santana guy, honestly. Carlos Santana, that is. And more Santana the wrestler. I don't know. But Carlos Santana never did a whole lot for me. Especially when he joined that, was it Three Doors Down guy or Rob Thomas, Matchbox. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I don't want to hear anything about that. But there's old Santana looking only like a Santana could look in Unmatched Series 6. Got two heads with him. It looks like he's got like a nightstick as well. I'm anxious to get that thing out. Got the glamour shot there, Unmatched at the bottom. He is number 42 in Unmatched, and of course Series 6. He's got the old W for Owen Hart on the side here. Owen Hart, if you spell it all out, like I said. Big cross sell down below. You got the glamour shot up top. Of course, we're unboxing all these guys. We'll rank them at the end of the week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Santana, he's proud. Ortiz, he's powerful. So I'm going to put that 2 and 2 together there. Looking really good on the back here. This one shows 2/16/2022, Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm guessing Nashville is the look right here, and then this is the blood and guts look. It's confusing. It's playing with my head. I don't know about you guys. And then, of course, we've got Santana Ortiz, Ruby Soho, Owen Hart, Brody Lee, and Malachi Black on the back. Looking good, though. Let's get old Santana out of the package here. See what all the fuss is about with Santana. I don't know if there's been fuss about him, but there's been some fussing about Carlos Santana. He's announced a new tour. He had like a stroke on stage last year. He's back at it. You can't keep a good Santana down. See you later, especially Tito Santana. Arriba, Arriba. There you go. Got old Santana. Santina, what am I doing here? Got him right there. Santana looking good, looking nice in the plastic prison. We do get an extra hand with him. I'm happy to see that. Different head sculpts, some points of differences here. This could be the winner of the two. I might have to say it. Might have to claim it early. Jeez, hard to get out there. See you later. Goodbye. All right. Oh my gosh, this is a game changer figure. I see it right off the bat. Oh man, this is doing a huge jump, and I forgot all about this, and now it's all coming back to the old mental Rolodex. We get an extra hand with him. What do we have sculpted into this hand? Well, it is a KFC spork. Yes, the spork is back in action. No, it's actually a fork. How cool is this? If you guys love the old 70s, 80s blood and guts of Abdul the Butcher, Carlos Colon, stuff like that, the Sheik, I think back in the day, the original Sheik, of course, they would use the fork, carving and diving into people. We get that here represented in the hand. Man, I am all for this. You could take him to catering. He can eat a chicken dinner, and he can carve up some guys afterwards if he needs to. But how cool is this? Would love to see an Abdul the Butcher with a fork hand like this. Oh, give it to me. But I love this. This little accessory, there's no doubt in my mind I will be using this for sure. And if you're not, get out of the game. We got to use the forehand for him. And then you got this cool nightstick too. It's like one of those periscoping baton nightstick type things that just kind of shoots out and then bam, you hit him in the knees or whatever. Is this the old Tanya Harding stick from the old ice skating tragedy or whatever you want to call it? I think that's what this is, but it's all in black here. It does not actually periscope or anything, but man, it gets the point across. Love something like this. We're taking it to the streets with the street weapons. I'm here for that as well. But now let's bust out Santana. Let's look at these different head sculpts here. Of course, once again, we're painted on all day long. So what I was complaining about Ortiz, it definitely works here for Santana. He's got the screaming head sculpt. That's what you should have in a blood and guts match. And then you got the stoic one. We should have had the same type of head sculpts for Ortiz and Santana, but very cool. I love the curly hair, the long hair, or the bunned up hair. You got your choice here, but all day long, I'm going with this one on this one. That's what it's got to represent. The inner circle, blood and guts. They're in the cage. We got to just represent with that. But two good head sculpts all day long. I'm doing this screaming one, though, for something like this. It just works for me. Articulation going to be the exact same as Ortiz. Arms go around, bicep cut, double jointed, non-pinless elbows, hands removable back and forth, waist articulation, hula hoop, head removable back and forth, up, down, side to side. Plenty of articulation on this guy. Big old splits, man, look at that. Thigh cut, double jointed knees. Boot cut looks a little strange with that line. Wish they could have hid that in the wrapping there, but not in the cards apparently. And then you do get the ankles back and forth, side to side. He does have the rolled up pant leg there, looking really interesting. It looks like I got a crazy leg on him. Oh, there we go. I just need to straighten it out. But that looks good there. But all day long, Santana's going to jump over Ortiz for me. You add this crazy head. You add the baton. You add the forehand. Man, you're cooking with gas right there. I'm looking forward to that. On the back, Santana, Rikers Island, of course. Another great island. It's Rikers and Alcatraz, the two greatest islands. We already discussed that earlier. But man, looking really, really good. Is this the same body? No, it isn't. The legs are definitely different, but the upper torso is very similar. I'm going to put him on a ringside stand. Of course, the Jazzwares stand. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Okay, it's not the exact same, I don't think, but there is some similarities for sure. Obviously, the inmate attire, but very, very good. But I'm putting Santana over Ortiz all day long on this one. I think Ortiz usually wins in the battle between the tag team, too, because Ortiz usually has the crazy wild hair. But, man, all day long, Santana getting the Duke for me here. Just awesome looking figure. Love the accessories. Love that extra head. So there you go. But let's bring out the rest of the inner circle. Of course, you got to have Jericho. You got him in his best gear. This Hager figure, man, don't sleep on this Jake Hager. Absolutely love this one. He's a big giant, but a very, very good representation. Way better than the first Jake Hager figure we got. And then Sammy Guevara, he is here as well. So we're reporting, we're representing Harris County Corrections, El Reno Prison, Rikers Island, and what's this one up here? Stony Mountain Penitentiary. Oh, that sounds like somewhere like David Allan Coe would go or something, or maybe Merle Haggard. Who knows? But man, it's cool to complete a team. Always love stuff like this. Would have been maybe cool to see the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle in a big box set, like a big Christmas time box set on Amazon exclusive, something like that. Ringside exclusive. That's the time box set sell for the holidays. I would have loved to complete both teams right away. Maybe even do it like here, go back to the old G.I. Joe line back in the day. They did a Escape from Cobra Island set where it was like Slaughter's Marauders in a box set and then the Cobra guys in a box set. Make two box sets, do it similar to that. Would have loved to see something instead of, it's really cool, but it takes forever to build your team out. So, you know, there's the ebbs and flows, I guess, a little bit. But to me, I would have loved to seen some box sets to equal these out. That would have been really cool. But I'm just happy to complete the team, have all these guys represented. I think that is really fun. That's a funness there. Of course, we could be talking Marvel Legends, we could be talking wrestling, whatever. It's just cool to complete a team on your shelf in your collection. You can look at it and say, oh, there's that Inner Circle. Bad boys, what you going to do? That's what you can do right here with the Inner Circle. So very, very cool, very awesome set here. Happy to have this. And I got to say, Santana, well, chef's kiss, blew away my expectations here. But what about your expectations? Were they great expectations? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. You might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day, and then some, yes, and then some. And then the Patreon gets early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, tons of content over there on the Patreon channel for you. And best of all, it supports the channel and all the content like this, so don't forget about the old Patreon. And then you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and then social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Inner Circle, I am Kyle, and I will see you guys all real soon.